During the pre-colonial era, various ethnic groups of the tribes of the FCT were governed in periods by individual family heads and a representative of every kingdom. The area which now forms the FCT was administered in various locations. Such kingdoms had some diverse inter-ethnic, political, and economic relations. The diversity of the tribes of the FCT, various pattern and structure of indigenous administration were created for various units and were referred to as the native authority system, now called chiefdoms. Various administrative units were designated to govern their subjects. These units were broken into districts, headed by district heads, a development that led to the creation of 2 additional area councils in 1996 to the existing 4, namely Kwali from Gwagwalada and Bwari from Municipal Area Council, bringing the number of area councils to 6. Each area council is now headed by an elected executive chairman. This structure has given the tribes of the FCT political presence and control, and have strengthened their relationship with different administrations.
Now, with this development, let me give an example with myself. If not because of Federal Capital Territory, assuming we are still with Niger State, I don't think I should be dreaming of to become a local government chairman. But today I've been served from the pronounced local government in Nigeria, in the whole world. We are hard. Serving as AMAC chairman, that has also bring awareness that the people, because I'm a Gbagi man, that the people who are here, and even those that are contesting the same position with us, they know that here there's a regional inhabitant who can also aspire for this position. When we started, other people were contesting with us, but today, it's a story, because we have children, we have brothers, we have sisters who can aspire to become even the councillors, the local government chairman, member of House of Rep, senators, and even contesting concerning the presidency. That is the development I'm talking about. Unlike what used to happen before now. Today, some of our villages have changed the way they used to be. But because of demolition, that have really affected our people. Because if you want to build a house, they will say this house is not for Gwandara man. This house is not a Gbagi man that is building it. This house is not for Gadem man that is building this house. Because they thought until when you come from Lagos, you come from Adamawa, you come from Enugu, you come from Kano, before you get money and build this thing. Well, these days I can see changes, because our people are now going out to see what is happening in the world and come back and replicate in the FCT.
Despite these structures, the tribes of the FCT are under the threat of demolition of various types as a fallout of different government policies and regimes. Policies that have given possession of farmland of the tribes of the FCT to others under land administration, urban renewal, and land swap by the FCT administration.
The issue of land swap, I'm part of the committee. I have cautioned the issue of land swap. Land swap is a very good policy for the people of FCT and for people of Nigeria in terms of development of this place. But one thing, I caution it, and why it's not good for our people. If you are talking on land swap, what have you done for people of Gariki village? What have you done for people of Galadimawa? What the federal government have done for the people of Mabushi? This community are still there, and they don't have any other place to go. Now, by the time you are taking over the whole land, where would these people settle? And where are they going to have land to give them an expansion? People of Jua have not been settled. People of Gwagwa have not been given land. So where are they going to have this land by the time you're taking over this land, where you have not even addressed the issue of those that are still here, that are still occupying? Like if you go to Jabi, people are still there. Go to Mabushi, people are still there. If you go to Jua, I think they have a lot of demolition in Jua. So where are they going? What is their fate? Land is not a rubber. It's not elastic in economy. It's not elastic that you can throw it. And by the time this land is taken, where you have not addressed the issue of resettlement and compensation, then where are they going to? What is going to be the future of our people? Those that were halfly moved based on the change of policy by General Olusegun Obasanjo when he came in 1979. He said, those that want to move, they move on their own. Those who want to stay, they should stay. And that is why today we have new Karo, we have new Buhari, and we have a new Yaba, and perhaps a new Rubochi. And those of them have moved to former Plateau State, Nasarawa State, and then Niger State, where even Gariki village were formerly Niger State. They have moved. But though that it was not everybody that moved. And I want to say that Kuje didn't move. Gariki didn't move. And so many other communities were asked to stay and would choose to stay.
The tribes of the FCT have constantly engaged the FCT administration in dialogue because of their peaceful nature, but have met different reactions as regards who owns the FCT, with some saying Abuja is a no man's land.
The constitution have cleared that Abuja will be treated as if it's one of the states. So the constitution have established the year that people were in FCT. Those that are saying Abuja is no man's land, they are on their own. And they are just saying that to provoke the people of the FCT who are original inhabitants of this place. But constitutionally, Abuja, even the federal government know that people that were in the FCT, they were here in Abuja before the creation of FCT. And that is why we are saying original inhabitant of the FCT. Even before 1976, when Abuja was created, they know that the people that are living here, it was not a virgin land. And that's why we're here. Those that said that Abuja is no man's land, they are very, very myopic. And they are not sincere to what they are saying.
The tribes of the FCT see life before the creation of FCT as better because there was no external influence on their existence.
The life was better to us before the creation of FCT. Because by that time, we have any disturbances like this, all this land swamping, what do they call it? There's no need changing. We even prefer the former one, because the former one we have land to farm. And by that time, if you carry across, go to the market, another carry to the market. If you buy, you get your money and put it in your pocket, send your children to school. But now you have no money to send your child to the school. You have no house, no rest of mind. Then how will you do? Which means there's no changes. The only change which I know is that the construction of roads inside town, especially this Karo, they have already constructed one road from Nyanya to Karashi. Some inside the town, some at the Jukoi, all the same. We are very happy with that one, federal government. But for the other purpose, there's nothing like that.
FCT was a place you could live peacefully, a place that you live without a trouble. Now you could see the creation of federal capital has bring trouble to the original inhabitant of FCT. Why did I say it has bring trouble to the original inhabitant? Because when you looked at the original inhabitant today, we don't have sense of belonging. In a way that we don't know our left from our right. We don't have a direction. The lands today have been taken without any compensation. You could see the original inhabitant don't have anything to say about the land that has been taken.
The tribes say life has changed for them. Their farmland has vanished.
Land. We should not take land in FCT only for building houses. We should know that we need to have land for farming.
They can no longer go to farm, and because their trade is mainly farming, it is sad that the only thing they wake up to see is individuals coming to them with papers from the government for them to forfeit their farmland for a non-indigent.
You see someone who just come with a heavy paper. My friend, I have come here, this is my land. Who gives you? Given to him by the federal government. To you by the federal government, this is my household. I have been here for a long time. Since I was born, I was here. They will start to drive themselves and know where to go. If you go to the federal government will say, I will already give you the paper. Then how will you do you as a peasant? You know what he said?
Commander Yakubu Kudambo served for 34 years in the Nigerian Navy. He says the Aguda report was a mistake. There was never a virgin land, and there were settlers before it was made the federal capital of Nigeria.
There were a lot of mistakes in the first place in that decree. First, the panel said they discovered a virgin land. Abuja was not a virgin land. There were settlers in Abuja ever before they came. And number two, they said the population was just about 2 million. That was also wrong. A lot of other things were wrong. So therefore, if these things were wrong from the onset, so the whole of that decree was wrong. The issue of vesting the ownership of land to the federal government had powers to vest ownership of land, but there was something. They said if you have to vest the ownership of land, you should be able to pay adequate compensation. That's what the Constitution says. You should pay adequate compensation for whosoever you dispossess of his land. And in Abuja here, we were dispossessed of our land, but adequate compensation is not being paid. And then when Obasanjo came, because when the promulgation was done, it was just 6 days after Murtala was assassinated. The person who promulgated the decree, he was assassinated. He was not there to see the mistakes that decree brought. So therefore, the loopholes that the decree brought, he was not there to rectify them. So when Obasanjo came, Obasanjo now brought out a circular and said he had discovered that there are a lot of people in the FCT, unlike the report stated. So therefore, they will not be able to pay the compensation. So they should discontinue the compensation of the indigenes and concentrate on infrastructural development. That is where the problem came.
The tribes lament on the inability of their children to go to school because they can hardly get scholarships. They blame the government for not fulfilling their promise of integrating them and not having any sense of belonging and benefiting from the FCT.
Half of what they said, they haven't done anything. They said that they will give us road, they will give us water, they will give us schools. See, our children are still dumping in the houses. No schools. No scholarship, nothing. And these are the things which are supposed to help us here. We're supposed to get scholarship. If you get scholarship, maybe you will send your child to India, or not to Ghana, or let me say Cameroon. But no, there's nothing like that. You cannot carry your child and carry it to Gora and tell me that you are giving a scholarship. A scholarship of 10,000 naira is not scholarship. It's supposed to receive scholarship whereby maybe 2 million, another 3 million, so that you send your child to overs. Then your child will go and read something better and come back.
Our parents were telling us that we are not opportune to go to school. Even if you have admission, you're not allowed to go because of those who had money and their family are well known before you are allowed to go to school. But today, education is for all. When I was chairman of Abuja Municipal Council, 2004 to 2010, so the first thing, I know that we are far back on the issue of education. And what do we do? Even our primary school were in bad shape, and our children were studying at the shade of trees. So the first thing is to build, construct, declare a state of emergency for our people, for our school children, because that is not what was happening as far back in the 1970s when we were in primary school. So first thing I did was to build primary schools, all the communities, establish more primary school where necessary. Because during our time, I know that some people were trekking from Keti, Kabusa, Piakasa to come to primary school in Gariki here. But these days it's not done like that because of the influence of the people. And you cannot allow your child to travel from Kabusa or travel from Piakasa to this place or travel from Lugbe to come to primary school here. So we have to make school close to their domain so that the children will be encouraged to go to school. So that was the first thing I did.
Various FCT administrations have had different approach to the livelihood of the tribes of the FCT. However, the tribes don't see any positive action taken to help in capacity development of its people, irrespective of who owns the land.
We still have, a senator and House of Rep. But I say partial in the sense that other states have three senators. Abuja have only one, despite our population. They have five houses of rep. We have only two. Now, the Constitution provides that each state should provide a ministerial nominee to be appointed as a minister in the federal cabinet. We don't have. We don't have mayor. We don't have anybody representing us in the Federal Executive Council. So we are not part of the governments of the day. So nobody to represent us in presenting the problems of Abuja people. So these problems are so enormous, and people sit down because it favors them. Nobody talks on our behalf, and we feel aggrieved. So we are saying that government should address this issue very urgently before it turns like Niger Delta and other places where we have security problems, because youth are becoming aware. They are no longer like, it is no longer like before. In those days, some villages used to go kilometers before they could get somebody to even read their loved one's letter. Today, every village that has a population of just 20 have people that have finished secondary school. So, and the youth are changing. They are realizing day by day. They know now that they just concluded national conference, recommended mayor. They know also that the constitutional conference, review conference that just concluded, recommended mayor, and they had the majority when the votes were cast.
My one suggestion to them is that they should try and perform better than this one. They should try and perform better than this. So that if they are there in their office, in the evening time, or not in the afternoon time, they should come back to their area. The people have come. What I have did, how do you see it? They'll say yes, it's good. Then what do you expect me to do more? Then they'll tell them. But they'll just sit down inside their own office. We are not the people to send people to them, because when they were looking for the position, they came to us here. They should come back to we.
With different tribes in the FCT and the situation befalling them, what will Abuja be in the near future?
What is going to happen in near future, I could see Abuja sitting on a time bomb, because Abuja is pregnant and yet to deliver. We don't know the baby yet. The baby might be a boy or a girl. That is what we don't know. But Abuja is pregnant and is sitting on a time bomb. Because gone are those days that you will just come and knock at my door, knocked at my window, tell me I want to demolish this place. Awareness has come, and by the special grace of God, that which has been taken from us, we are going to take it back.
But just leaving them like that and collecting their land, it is on time bomb. Mind you, we are far behind. In some states, there was a state I visited in the north here. The particular road we followed, this is former governor's house, this one is former minister's house, former general's house, former inspector general's house. In that state, as we are talking, they have more than 5 ministers, as we are talking. Abuja have never had a minister. The only one that we tested that we can say was a minister was General A.B. Maman, who was Minister of Internal Affairs those days. That is all that we can ever say that Abuja ever had somebody that was called a minister. First of all, if we have a mayor today, mayor should be number one. And now, without mayor, minister of FCT should nominate. Now, minister of FCT himself is not an indigene. Well, what has somebody who is not an indigene's business got to do with an indigene? He himself He cannot fight that we should be recognized as indigenes because he is benefiting from what indigenes supposed to be benefiting. He's a minister of FCT. That seat is supposed to be occupied by a governor who is supposed to be elected by FCT people. Or in place of mayor, a mayor is supposed to be elected by FCT people. So it is possible if they elect, he will not be the one to be there. So he's appointed there all the way from Bauchi to be here. So he is benefiting from what is supposed to be naturally something for FCT. So he cannot come and speak for us. Each minister that comes has mansions. He carves out any land, any portion of land he wants. And anytime anything is happening in his state, he goes there to donate. I remember vividly the present minister, when there was a Boko Haram attack in Bauchi, he went and donated 200 million. I have not seen where the rain disaster in my village, he has not gone to donate 10 million there in my village, in my own village, in Abuja here. In fact, no minister of FCT ever come and go around the 6 area councils on tour to even know them first. To say, okay, I want to familiarize myself with the people I've been brought to govern. If he's an elected governor, he will go there to sit for vote. He will know them, they will know him. Then he will tell them what he will do for them. Then what he does not do, next time he's not voted in. This one, they only appointed them.
The tribes of the FCT have rejected their classification as minorities in FCT and in Nigeria, blaming it on boundary adjustment.
Before the coming of FCT, places like Karu were in Plateau, the then Plateau. Places like Garki were in the then Kogi, Garki, yes, they were in Niger. Other places were in Kaduna State. We from FCT, specifically the Gbagis, are not minorities. Because when you go to places like Kaduna, you could see the Gbagis. You go to places like Nasarawa, you could see the Gbagis. Niger, Kogi, they are there. Boundary adjustment brought this problem to the original inhabitant. Apart from the Gbagis, other tribes that are in FCT are not even minorities. Because one, like the Koros, like the Gades, like the Gana, like the Gwandaras, so on and so forth, from the few I could mention, you could still find these tribes in other states. That means we in the FCT, we are not from the minority. Boundary adjustment has made us to be the minority that they think. But I am telling you today that no tribe in FCT that are from the minority. We are from the majority.
Like other people, the tribes of the FCT need leadership. They want to be identified. They want the Constitution to recognize them. They therefore feel that their representation in the National Assembly, just like any other tribe and ethnic group in Nigeria, is not enough for them.
Young men have taken as a challenge coming out after me. So many young people are there now as the area council chairman. I'm a young man. Philip Aduda is a very young man. Today I'm a senator. So we are working as a team to make sure that we succeed. Even before now, Wawa was a senator and a very young man. So we are working as a team to make sure that we work for our people and let their interests be protected. Constitutionally, it states Section 147, subsection 2, stated that there shall be ministers in each of the states, and that minister must be an indigene of that state. In the Constitution, based on what other presidents have stated, said it is not stated an Abuja in the Constitution. They said that it's state. They did not state an Abuja. So it's a constitutional challenges. However, after taking each from the states, we pleaded with the minister. We have pleaded with the president. The government have or Mr. President have one from each geopolitical zone. And we have stated or request, why not that obligation given to construction, given to the 6 geopolitical zone. One also, okay, 6, that is 36, that's 6 ministers, 36 ministers, and then plus 6, that's how many? That is 42. Why not make it 43? So that Abuja should be given 1 too from the FCT here. And we are not saying that minister, that nomination should be given to it should rule Abuja as what the minister is having today. Let that nomination be posted to other ministries, just like it's happening to Niger Delta. You can pick somebody from Abuja today as a minister. Let me give you an example. You can pick me today, or pick Philip Aduda, or pick Dobby, or even pick anybody from the area council chairman, or wherever. Pick him there. We are not saying that nomination or that person must be posted to FCT in administration. Let it be posted to any other ministries so that we'll also be represented. We've already gone to constitutional amendment. It has also gone for second reading. And we are pleaded with Mr. President. Let me state, when Mr. President was looking for our support to be elected in PDP convention, national convention, we do stated these issues, and he said he was going to give us a nomination from the FCT. These have not been fulfilled, and we are still waiting. Another election is coming. We are going to begin that with Mr. President.
Damalele.